Hello, welcome to my video explaining how to use my match tracker. Now, why would you use this? If you're interested in casting, analyzing, or maybe doing some support staff work for a team, this match tracker is a really useful way to get information about Rainbow Six Siege games. You can use it to make a sheet like this that is empty look like this. There is all kinds of ways that you can use this, especially for my own use as a caster and analyst. I find it really great to be able to see who's won each round, what operators were played, who's been the opening kill, the opening death, and also there is plenty of space for your own personal notes, whether that's little things like clutches or whether it's even detailed things like when the roam clear goes down, when the execute comes about. And you can also include things like map veto and previous results from these teams, and you can get that to then give you data in this little table on the right hand side. So how do we use this? How do we make it go from being blank to having all this information? Well, first up, you need to start in the prep sheet tab down the bottom. This is where you have to input what teams are going to be playing. You go to these yellow boxes, you can double click or just start typing a team name. I'm going to go G2 versus Fnatic. And you will see all the players. Because these teams are in my database, all of these players and their nationalities will appear. For teams that aren't in my database, you will have to enter those names manually. And you can see for now, all the data is here in terms of the flags and the teams, but there's nothing down here yet. If you'd like, you could fill in more complicated data. Let's say you want to input previous results. You could say G2 versus Rogue. It was a 7-0 on Consulate, and it was in the EU Major. The date was the 2nd of July, and it was Rogue's pick. It was G2's pick, and you can say they banned Coastline and Villa, let's just say. Now, if you look on the right hand side, it will have a 1 over here, means 1 victory. On Consulate, it'll also show that they banned Villa 1 time, and they banned Coastline 1 time as well. You can use this to then put in general data. If you click on these drop-down lists, you can write that it's their best map, that it's their strong pick, etc., and it will color code that as well, just to help you out if you're on the desk really quickly trying to just say something. So, moving into the actual match. If you move onto the series tab, you can input the map veto system. So firstly, you need to know what is the map veto system. Is this a best of 1 where it's simply ban, 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 decider? Is this a best of 3 where it's ban, ban, pick, pick, ban, ban, decider? If so, you can change any of these bans to picks and vice versa. If it's a best of 5, for example, the recent majors had a format where it was pick, pick, ban, ban, pick, pick, decider, and my sheet will accommodate that. However, it does not accommodate every possible permutation. In particular, best of 7s will not work as of yet. So firstly, once you've inputted the correct pick ban order, you need to write which team bans first. Let's say in this case it's Fnatic. You'll see the logos pop up and then start to input the maps themselves in these gray drop-down menus. Don't edit anything that doesn't have either a drop-down menu or a little gray box with black outlines, because you might actually damage the spreadsheet. So firstly, you go pick, Clubhouse, let's say Fnatic banned Cafe, and the second map pick was Oregon. Let's say G2 picked Coastline. Let's say they banned Consulate. They picked Theme Park, and then I don't know what that even leaves us with. Clubhouse, no? Whatever, let's just go bank for funsies. And now you will see that has all been inputted here. The next thing you'll need to do is change which team starts attack on each side. For this example, I'm just going to change this back to a best of 1 system, because that's a bit easier for me. And so firstly, you need to just decide who starts attack, get the call from League Ops or what have you. Let's say it's G2, and let's say in overtime, Fnatic starts on the attacking side. That's all you need to do for the map veto side. You go over to the next tab, which is the match tab, and you will see this is where you will track each round in the match. You will see at the top it will tell you whose map it is. In this case, as it is for some reason it thinks that it's Fnatic's pick, but nonetheless, it will tell you who picked the map, or if it's the decider. Usually it will say decider there. And then the next thing you can do here is the operator veto system. So at the start of the game, teams will start banning operators. If you click on these thin brown gray buttons up here, you can select which operator they ban. So G2, on their attacking side, let's say they banned Blackbeard. Defending side, let's say they banned Clash, and then Fnatic as well. You just pump those out real quick, and then you can move on to the rounds themselves. So round 1, you'll see that this is the site column. So the bomb site chosen by Fnatic, let's say it was Kitchen Cooking. And then the next thing is the winner. So this is the next most important thing. In the box over here, you select which team won it, and it will tell you which team it was with the logo there and on which side. If you want to delete that, make sure you don't actually delete the logo or the defender little icon, just delete the actual button there that is gone highlighted. So at this point, you can go and put in more detailed data if you wish to do so. There's a win condition box here. If you click on that, you can say whether it's elimination, plant, disable, or timer that won the round. And then you can go and put in each individual operator if you click on these slim buttons and input what operators each player individually is playing. You can see this is for Pengu, this is for Virtue, Citizen, etc. And make sure, again, when you want to delete that, let's say Pengu wasn't actually playing Capitao, it's a typo, don't delete this box here. Don't delete where the actual image is. Delete the data in the button or change the data to a different operator. And you can do this for all of the players and you'll see it nice and clean. And then if we move over to the right side, and near the start of the round, a player is going to get an opening kill. Let's say it is Pengu himself, and you input that here, you double click on it, or you start typing the name. And then here's the opening death. So let's say it was Lusty, and then that will automatically get tracked back here in the series tab under the opening KD. You can see Pengu has 1 kill and 0 deaths, therefore his plus minus is 1, and the inverse for Lusty. Back to the match tab, and we'll see the next thing you can do is write little quick notes. So if you double click on these gray boxes over here, you can write whether it's a rush, clutch, flawless, heavy roam, heavy turtle, just little simple things, so you don't necessarily have to write that every single time. But if you want to write more detailed notes, you can in here. Let's say Pengu 4K flank. You can write whatever you want. There's enough for just 2 lines in there. And then you can do some other things. Let's say that the roam clear was completed by 1:30 on the clock. You can type in that timer here. And let's say the execute came out at 20 seconds. And then you basically just keep filling this out round per round. You see the score update over here. And once the match is complete, it will look something like this, and you'll be able to use this to get all kinds of information, whether you're a support staff, caster, analyst, whether it's you see that players change operators during the match. You see Citizen was playing Jackal and he switched to Gridlock, whereas everyone else stayed the same for the most part. You can see here whether the execute gets earlier or later. You can quickly see at a glance which round someone got a clutch or an ace or a flawless round. And if you move back to series, you can see the more sophisticated opening KD stats. And that is just about it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and ask them. And if you have any requests or any feedback, I'm sure that there are going to be bugs in this spreadsheet. Feel free to contact me as well, and I'll do my best to squish those bugs and add any new teams that you would like added. I'll likely only be adding T1 teams, part of the pro circuit for now. At the moment in my teams list, which is in the teams tab down here, I have all the Oceanic teams, all the EU teams, or the EUL teams I should say, all the APAC North teams, and all of the US Division NAL teams as well. And I can fill out more, or you can fill out your own in here if you wish. But that is all for this video, is all for this tutorial. I hope you find this useful, and thanks.